Hi, Elizabeth. Thank you for joining us today. We're really excited to see you and hear about your experience with Neatly. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and what you were managing with your health and the big reasons behind why you started using Neatly?
Good morning, Larry. Thanks for getting me involved with this and give me a chance. I always concerned about my health and being the caretaker of my mother with a deadly disease, cancer. And so I always want to know more when I get something going on in myself. I have a lot of problem back in 2019. So I always call my son up and ask what the doctor said this and what the doctor said that. And I go back to Google, but then it's still very hard for me to understand because then I have more questions, but then I don't know how to address my questions with Google. So when Neatly was born, I was so excited about it. So I tested and I use any chance that I have with from my doctor's appointment to physical therapy and insurance agent all across. And it gave me a lot of feedback. With Neatly Health, it helps me to go back and looking at the questions that I asked the doctor and the answer from the doctor. And I go back and ask Neatly, and I get more information from there. So then I understand more of my problem instead of asking the doctor.
Well, you hit on a couple things there that are really important. And the first one is that what we wanted to do with Neatly is to have a conversation with people the way a doctor would. So it sounds like from your comparison to using Google and Neatly, it gets a lot more information from you, and it's supposed to ask you about yourself and be able to hone in on what's really important to you. So it sounds like that has been your experience with using Neatly.
Yes, I use Neatly Health to ask what caused that problem, how can I prevent it, what can I do, what is the alternative way for the treatment, how can I get back to normal as I was, and Google cannot do that. I cannot talk to Google like that. So Neatly Health helps me to understand more of my problem than just a broad question to Google.
So you can look at what your doctor said and ask follow-up questions. Neatly interacts with you the way a doctor would to explain these things to you and tell you what's important.
You got the key there. The doctor won't be able to have that kind of patience or time for me to ask. So when I ask them, they just say, "Don't worry about it. You not that serious yet." But I had to ask the Neatly Health, what can I do? And how can I take care of myself? Or what do I need to do so that my condition would not be worse or would be improved? So Neatly can help me with that.
That's really great to hear.
Yes. So that's why I said my gratitude for you all hard work is that's why I advertise. I tell all my siblings, all the people that I know as my age, that is hard, especially my friend right now too. One of my friend have a deadly disease and she's in the health profession herself. But now at this age, she said she cannot comprehend everything doctors say to her. So with this Neatly Health app, help her so much to comprehend all that. And she would be able to give that to her daughter, who's a medical doctor and a nurse. And she's also a nurse herself.
And have you found it easier to have your doctor's appointment where you don't have to take notes? You can just
Oh,
listen.
yeah. I normally go to a doctor with my little piece of paper and a pen and always have to write down, but I cannot write everything down. And sometimes I can't spell word fast enough with the terminology that I'm not in that. So it's hard for me so that I have to ask the doctors to spell it in order for me to write it down. And now with this, it's already done it for me. And I just have to go back and use that and look it up or ask Neatly, and Neatly will tell me more about it. Like, for example, I have that one of the disease that I just find out as a positive, but that with that terminology, I'm not familiar with that. So I asked Neely, what is that? And so Neely gave me the whole explanation.
I know what you're talking about.
Yes.
Sjogren's.
Another one that I have is Morton neuroma. I wasn't familiar with that, and none of my doctor diagnosed me with that until the physical therapist tested me and said that's what I have. And for the last 2 years, I wasn't familiar with that problem. And now Neatly told me what caused that, and I that's exactly what happened to me.
I think this is a great opportunity to zoom in on that one moment when you first started using Neatly. It sounds like you've used both core functions that we provide, right? So one, you can record your doctor's visit, and then on the other side, you can chat with it, ask questions about your doctor's visit. But when you first started using Neatly, what stood out to you? What was that aha moment that really caught your attention?
I don't have to take note, and it's collect all the information from the doctor's information that I don't have to try to remember it all. And that is just awesome. That is just the moment that wow. So that's especially when I take my husband to doctor, I also have to be in the room. But with this, I don't have to try, I can relax and let Neatly does all the work. So that's my
That's super.
biggest appreciation, that don't have to take note and don't have to worry about I forget something.
It sounds like it's already changed how you approach appointments as you're navigating care and all that. What else have you noticed that's different about how you handle appointments today versus before?
I'm more relaxed because I prepare with Neatly. I ask Neatly, what should I do? What should I ask the doctor? I'm kind of nervous, like my first appointment with my doctor, rheumatologist. I wasn't aware what I supposed to do, and I don't know what exactly I'm facing with the disease that I just diagnosed. And so I asked Neatly to help, and Neatly will guide me what I need, and I started from there. So more depend on Neatly, I would say. Less nervous, less of thinking overnight that lost my sleep. So
Tell us a little bit about how you use Neatly to prepare for that appointment.
I asked Neatly, what should I ask the doctor with the disease that I have? I don't know what it is. And so Neatly explained me a little bit because I didn't know what I'm facing. So then I just asked general because I don't really know what to ask either. So then I just asked Neatly, help me to understand what should I start with the doctor's appointment. And Neatly give me the guideline because I asked not specifically, I just asked general. So then it also give me a general idea. Yes, you can ask the doctor. I can't remember. And so Neatly said, well, you ask the doctor, do you need any more of blood tests? Do you need to have any more information in order for the doctor to tell you more of your problem?
And so I guess
Is
if you
that
kind of zoom into the end of your doctor's visit, right? So you prepared using Neatly, then you went in and saw the rheumatologist, and then by the end of that visit, do you feel like you asked the right questions? Like, do you feel like the guidance that it gave you was helpful to you and exactly what you were looking for?
yes, the doctor did exactly what Neatly said. Neatly said, ask the doctor if the doctor needs to do any more of testing. And that's exactly what it is. The doctor did ask me to do more blood tests. And I haven't got the result back from the doctor for that blood test. And Neatly did tell me to ask if it's serious. And the doctor did said it's not so serious yet because I catch it early. So it hasn't damaged any organ yet. So Neatly said, after the doctor's appointment, I asked some more questions and Neatly tie it all in with my concern, asking Neatly question and the doctor's answer and all that. And it come up with the conclusion for me that the good thing is I don't have to worry, as the doctor said.
One of the things I'm curious about is how your doctor has reacted to you showing up with an app on your phone that records the conversation. And have they been supportive? Do they like the app?
So far, I use one doctor, rheumatologist, and cardiologist for my husband. This Monday coming up, I will have my primary doctor. She's the one that I would be more interesting because she likes to work with the elderly patient. So far, what I see, the cardiologist is very excited about it and said, go ahead. And rheumatologist, same way. And so is cardiologist. So that's all too. And then my physical therapist also excited about it too. And so as my insurance agent. He said he will tell all his people about this app. But I haven't told him that Neatly can be downloaded with the Samsung phone.
Yeah,
I
Android.
haven't told him that.
Yes, for all the Samsung users out there, you can now use Neatly Health. Well, Elizabeth, we want to thank you so much for being an early user and such a robust user and providing us so much feedback. And we're so happy that it's lowered your anxiety, made things easier to understand. That's the whole point. And that's why we're doing this. And I'm just super excited that you're having a great experience with it. Thank you so much.
Oh, well, I cannot say enough as my tear is keep want to come out. I really appreciate for all of your hard work for this app to be born. It's just a great relief for the age. I used to have very good memory, but now I can't even remember what I need to do next after from one room to the next room. So with Neatly Health, it comprehends all that for me. It just, I couldn't ask for more. And that's the biggest problem every time when I hear about going to the doctor is how can I remember everything, what the doctor say or what to ask the doctor. So thank you.